What's up, guys? This is the Yamaha FS-TA, the Yamaha FS-TA. I always forget once I get on camera, but it's a new guitar I just bought. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I went into a couple different stores, one in Cincinnati, 2 different times, and talked myself out of purchasing this guitar. And then here in Richmond, Virginia, where I live now, I went on a Monday and talked myself out of it again, and then went back on Tuesday and bought it. So yeah, that happened. I usually have such strength and resilience, but this guitar kept bugging me, kept coming back to me. My dream guitar was always a Martin, a 000 15, I think is what it's called. But this one kind of beat it out, and it's also a little bit cheaper, so I'm having a good time. We're having a good time. That's a little Dusty Slay reference there. Go check him out. So I have had this set up since I bought it. I took it to my guy, and he lowered the action a little bit, but he really didn't have to do a whole lot to it. Like, sometimes they'll have to adjust the frets or sand them down a little bit or whatever that's called. Very technical guy over here. And he didn't have to do any of that. So yeah, it's a weird thing where I just keep wanting to come back and play this guitar. And all of the spots sound good. There's really, I haven't found any buzzes yet, which I guess is unusual for a guitar. Under $700. Put a capo on it and do some stuff. Yeah, so even on the 7th fret, there's no buzzes. I guess it's a solid spruce top. There is a more expensive version of this guitar. I'll put the little explanation. I think it's an LL is what it's called. And I mean, those are great guitars. Have a little bit more design right here and a little line on the back. I think they're a little higher quality guitar, but I kept coming back to this one actually. It's I don't know why. I had to Google it. I guess it's a slightly shorter scale length on this guitar than the other, the one that creeps into the $1,000 range. I just like this one better for some reason. It all kind of goes back to the gigs that I play, long gigs. I don't like anything heavy to be on my shoulders for too long. My dog is making me uncomfortable here because she keeps coming and looked at me. Yeah, the thing that really drew me to this guitar was just how good it sounded acoustically. Like, I'm not even really... I mean, I'm a little interested, but the little TransAcoustic portion of it, I mean, it's pretty incredible, but that wasn't even really what sold me on it. It was just, it sounds so even. Having said that, let's dive into these effects. So there's 100 other videos out there about this guitar, but with this guitar, I can have reverb coming out of the Soundhole. Make sure it's on. There it is. So yeah, I can make the reverb come out of the Soundhole. That's kind of a room reverb. There's a hall. turn that off. There's also a chorus, which is pretty wild. So this is no chorus. And this is a lot of chorus. There. Of course, I had to play that in the store, and my friend was like, yeah, like they'd never heard that before with this guitar. I will say the chorus, so these effects come through your amp too. So for most of this video, I'm not going to play through the undersaddle pickup. It'll just be what's coming through the microphone here. And so far, that's all it has been. It's just coming through the microphone here. But you can make these effects come through your amp too, which I thought was kind of cool in case there's like an ornery sound man who doesn't want to put any reverb on my guitar. I can sneak it in or sneak in a little bit of chorus if they don't have that on their mixing board. I do think once you turn up the chorus, what's coming through the amp decreases in volume a little bit. I don't hear it so much coming through the Soundhole, but when I'm plugged into my PA and I'm playing a gig, the more I get the chorus up, the lower the volume kind of goes. Yeah, and this effect, which I guess has won like awards in magazines and stuff, I didn't really care about that a whole lot. I have noticed when I'm practicing though, I will just flip it on just to mix it up a little bit. But I'm telling you, the guitar sounds great without that. Like, it's up there and as one of my top guitars right now. It might be my favorite guitar. I don't know how I feel about that. So the pickup is an undersaddle pickup. So the other thing that's bothering me is that every guitar that I ever bought, I've kind of ripped the guts out of and put in a Soundhole pickup into the guitar. Guitars that I probably should have done that too, and I think people are like, why did you do that? I just don't like the sound of undersaddle pickups, hardly ever. But this one I'm getting pretty close. Like usually undersaddle pickups for me they'll sound great, maybe if I'm fingerpicking, but if I do like a fast strumming song, they just sound funky. So I'm really trying to adjust it to where I don't have to rip the guts out of this, and I think I might not have to. I think I might keep it how it is actually. This will be my one undersaddle pickup guitar, and that's because it sounds nice and even. So we'll do some undersaddle stuff here. I have it going right into my interface. It is going through this little, not my favorite Behringer DI that I have as like a sub, but it's not even on. It's just plugged into that to go into my interface. So now we'll do some of the undersaddle stuff with the effects on. So this is the room reverb. A little bit of hall. Maybe not. A little less. Very little hall. lot of Hall. All of the Hall. Maybe check it out, the Yamaha FS-TA. What I will say about Yamaha is I teach guitar, and somebody will come in with like their dad's 30-year-old Yamaha that's been under a couch for like its entire life, you know, and it will sound great. So they age really well, a lot of the ones that I played. And those are like, it was like a, you know, $50 guitar back in the day. But this one's already great, so I can't even imagine what it's going to age like. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.